Hey fruit bats. No, I'm just kidding. Hey guys, it's Paul here. Couple things. I'm fucking sorry about my, my mic, which is bad. Also, the video quality, which is pretty fucking disgusting because I'm on a MacBook Pro camera, and also it is dark and I can see it's really grainy, but yeah, anyway, so this is a video on what I supplement with. I supplement with a couple things. Obviously your whey protein. Also, this is going to be a really ranty video because it's 1:30 in the morning and I can't sleep, and I just thought, but yeah, so I use whey protein, but it's not like bro, what kind of whey protein do you use? Like, it's fucking, like, it's just protein. Like, protein doesn't get you big. Like, eating lots gets you big. Carbohydrates are far more important than protein. I mean, don't get me wrong, you still need protein to rebuild your muscles, but, they're not as important as people think, and, like, a lot of people have asked me at the gym and shit, like, cause, like, let's be real, I'm not fucking huge, but I look much better than the average person. I'm not saying I look good, I'm not saying I look fucking amazing, I'm just saying I look better than the average person, and I think I'm valid in saying that. So, people that look worse than me, and again, I'm not saying like, oh no, I look great, I'm just saying there are people that look worse than me. No matter how shit you look, there are always people that look worse than you. So, like, you could be fucking 60 kgs and skinny as fuck, there are still skinnier people. Or if you're fat as fuck, there are still fatter people that look shitter than you. So you know what I'm saying. But anyway, sorry, I'm defensive, but basically, people have asked me what protein powder I use, and I haven't used protein powder, like, ever. And I have, like, a massive tub of, like, cookies and cream flavor, and I have it once a week. Like, for example, I had it about an hour ago, because I'm fucking sore all over on my breasts. But, yeah, so that's why I used that today, and, also I am vegetarian as of a week ago, so my protein intake has kind of dropped because I haven't eaten meat, but I do eat egg whites, like, 2 to 3 times a day. Breakfast, I always have oatmeal and egg whites, and then I also just have egg whites with my rice or whatever the fuck I'm eating. Yeah, so I use whey powder, then I have creatine. I have 5 to 8 grams of creatine a day, because creatine is just fucking amazing. So I'll read some shit out on what it does. Creatine's made out of, it's an amino acid. Most of this I already know, like, I mean, all of it. I've like, read a shit ton about creatine and stuff, but basically, I'll just read it. I'm reading it off bodybuilding.com and some other websites that know what the fuck they're talking about, just because I can't just, like, recall all that information at once. But anyway, it's an amino acid. It's produced normally in the body, whether you believe that or not. I mean, not saying that you don't believe it, but you probably didn't know this. It's produced from arginine, glycine, and methionine. It plays a vital role in cellular energy production as creatine phosphate, phosphocreatine, which is CRP, in regenerating adenosine triphosphate in skeletal muscle. Without ATP, muscle contraction is not possible because, as you guys hopefully know, I don't know, most people don't know this actually, but I took bio in year 11 and 12, so I just got taught this, but basically ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It's adenosine with 3 phosphates, as the name suggests, and basically what that is it's it's energy for cells, and that's it. Without ATP, there is no life. Glucose which is basically anything you eat that's able to be broken down, will turn into glucose at somewhat of it. So whether you eat just a protein shake with, say, 30 grams of protein and 10 grams of let's say 2 grams of carbs, that protein is going to be converted to glucose, and you're going to use it as energy. That's why you need carbohydrates, so the protein actually turns into amino acids, which your body uses to repair itself. But anyway, and same with carbohydrates, same with fats. So one component of fat is 9 calories. 1 unit of protein is 4 calories, and same with the carb. So that's the calorie ratings on that shit. But so basically, fuck, where was I going with this shit? Yeah, so ATP's energy for all your cells, and muscle contraction is ATP needs to be there for muscle contraction and life anyway. But and so ATP basically it's adenosine triphosphate, and when it's used it turns into ADP. So rather than ATP it goes to ADP, which is adenosine diphosphate, which is just 2 phosphates. So there's a phosphate that's gone. And this is when creatine comes into play, because when ATP is used up for muscle contraction, such as doing a curl or a press or some shit like that, you have a phosphate missing from one of the ATPs you used. And a creatine phosphate, which is CRP, it donates the phosphate to the ADP, and you have ATP, which is reusable. So it helps with the energy transfer, and therefore increases your rate that you can exercise in short bursts. And it has no effect really for long endurance shit, but for short bursts of just strength and energy, it does affect you a lot. I'll continue reading. Oral administration of creatine increases muscle stores and may increase muscle strength and improve exercise performance. Also, there is about like 4 grams to 5 grams of creatine in a steak. So creatine is really, really accessible. But cooking destroys most of it, and obviously you're not going to eat raw meat really unless you like your steak rare. But yeah, creatine's found in like meat and fish. And it holds water. Creatine makes you hold water, so it doesn't really build muscle mass, it just holds water in your muscles, making them look fuller, and it gives you strength. And creatine's pretty much, you might as well supplement with it, because it's dirt cheap, and it's just good. But yeah, you can dose like 30 grams a day, but usually people just dose like 2 to 5, maybe 10 grams. I'd say that's good. That's better. Like 5 to 10, I'd say is the good range. So I'm just continuing reading. If you guys have any questions, I can answer, because you have to like load it up, which is like a 2-day or a 1-week phase where you just have a fuck ton of it, like 20, 30, 40 grams, and then you just go to 5 grams after that. And yeah, and basically, if you're gonna drink creatine, don't use it with juice, because the more acidic things you put it in, the more it'll basically get destroyed. And the best idea is to have it with some carbohydrate, because a study showed that there's 60% increase of the creatine that's absorbed, rather than if you don't have it with carbohydrate. And also, the more basic your stomach is, so if you take, the better. So if you take like an antacid or whatever, it's better, but I don't think you should either. There's no point, really. Creatine's cheap as fuck. It's not like, and chances are you're not like a top bodybuilder, so you don't really need to try that hard. And also, it decreases your acidity of your stomach, obviously, and for bodybuilding you need to eat a fuckload of food, and if your acidity of your stomach has gone down, that means you won't digest it as fast, and you won't be able to eat as much. So don't do that. Just fucking take the creatine with water or milk. It has no taste, no smell. It just kind of feels like there's like a tiny bit of sand in whatever you're drinking. So yeah, it's not bad. But and then the last thing I supplement with is BCAAs, which stands for branched chain amino acids. And what this refers to is leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And the reason that these 3 amino acids are called branched chain amino acids is because they have branch chains that look like branches. But yeah, basically, protein is, like when I have a protein shake, it's synthesized into these amino acids, because amino acids make up proteins. So yeah, but I have extra BCAAs, because what tends to happen is whey protein and other proteins go through your, I believe, kidney, and most of it's removed. But with BCAAs, it doesn't really go to the kidney, it just goes straight to your muscle, really. But I'm out of breath. So yeah, it's basically protein, and it increases your muscle growth over time and your protein synthesis. So it's like preventing and lowering your fatigue recovery. I mean, so it increases your rate of recovery in fatigue, and that's during exercise as well as the soreness that you get. So leucine, okay, I'm reading now. Leucine plays an important important role in muscle protein synthesis, while isoleucine induces glucose uptake into cells. Blah blah blah. BCAAs are important to ingest on a daily basis because many protein sources, such as meat and eggs, already provide BCAAs. Supplementation is unnecessary for people with a sufficiently high protein intake, such as 1 to 1.5 grams a kg or more. But I would highly recommend you do. Highly. BCAAs are expensive, but I would definitely just have that shit. Like, it makes you burn more fat. By the way, all of this is not like dramatic, so it's not like you have one shake and you're like fucking shredded and like, you know, it will help you on the journey. 90% of bodybuilding is diet, and then a lot of it as well is training, obviously. I mean, come on, what the fuck. But, and then there's supplements come into play and have their place, but they're not that important. And also, sleep is really important too. Sleep, training, and fucking eating is the most important thing. Like, even if you take no supplements and you sleep enough, eat well, and train, you can get fucking massive. Supplements will help you along the way. It's not like, oh, Mom, I gotta have my BCAAs before I start training. Fuck no, you don't, dude. But, yeah. So, that's pretty much that. I kind of want to, make this video, like, not as long as I usually would like to make it, but, because, I mean, I've talked about shit for, like, fucking 3 years, but, what else is there to talk about? Yeah, okay, so I have reached the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life, as of today. I'm actually quite light, but, yeah, I reached 70.6, I think. I thought I've been heavier, but I haven't, because turns out the fucking scales are retarded. So I weighed myself at Zoe's house, and at one point I was like 73, but then no, like then I weighed myself on like better scales, and it showed different and less, basically. So, but now I'm currently weighing myself at my like the good gym, the good scales at my gym that I go to. Fuck you, Anytime Fitness. You're a shit gym. Don't go there if you guys can. It's expensive as fuck, and it's just, it hasn't got any fucking. It's got one bench press. I mean, it's got one squat rack, which is where you squat and do bench press and shit. One in the whole fucking gym. Are you serious? That's fucking retarded. But that, anyway. And like middle-aged men go there. Like, I mean, come on. But yeah, so yeah, I've packed on muscle. Like, also check out my Instagram if you guys want to. It's just_gym_nigger. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else to say to recap. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm fucking making YouTube videos. Like, I have like 10 subscribers, but I mean, I don't even want. I mean, it'd be nice as fuck if this could be my job, goddammit. But I mean, let's be real. But yeah, I guess it's mainly for me, so I can like look back, and I don't know, whatever, and helping others along the way, and you know, inspire you guys. And if you want, if like seriously, I'm fucking serious on this. You guys know, well, you don't know how I am, but my in real life friends know how I am. If this video helps a fucking single person, comment what you want to see, and I'll fucking deliver. I will deliver. You want a fucking video on like, goddamn, how to make a weight gain shake? I'll make that fucking video. You want to know what to eat? I'll fucking make the video. You want to know how to train? I'll fucking make the video. The one thing I really can't do at this point is like in-gym videos, like of me working out. But I mean, if you want me to do that, then it can be arranged. But yeah, so I don't know. Just ask and I'll fucking make the videos. And like, I'm not massive, but I have a fuckload of knowledge that I can share with you guys and stuff. So, peace.